Amir Saeed is known among his peers as an advocate for marginalized communities and passionately active in the nonprofit sector in Regina. Amir is involved with numerous organizations, including the Heritage Community Association, Meal Exchange, Saskatchewan Young Professionals and Entrepreneurs, Regina Folk Festival, Nonprofit Youth Leadership Network, Young Canadians Roundtable on Health, the Saskatchewan Council for International Cooperation, and more. His work within the university, Students' Union, and Regina Public Interest Research Group has consistently increased cultural awareness throughout the student body, where he is proud to showcase his Arabic background. It is evident that Amir's work as a tutor and teaching assistant, he does everything in his power to help students overcome language barriers and difficulties. He has worked hard to provide better conditions for international students and workers. Amir plans to launch the official Regina chapter of Canadians for Justice and Peace in the Middle East. He will join others to promote awareness on important political issues, including the Arab-Israeli conflict. Amir recognizes that he brings a valuable perspective to the conversation about colonialism, oppression, and intercultural connections necessary for peace. His most ambitious project to date was the creation of URSU's Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Committee that strives to ensure that URSU staff and membership are kept educated about EDI while promoting improved communication and cultural acceptance. Amir Saeed is a clear leader among his community. He constantly strives to better himself and his community while inspiring others. Darian Ajigate is a graduate student focusing on the Cree language through a master's degree at the First Nations University of Canada. He shares his passion for revitalizing the Cree language through his work as a teaching assistant and instructor of the Cree language at the university. He is also proudly involved in language initiatives within his community at Cowessess First Nation, as well as in language immersion throughout Saskatchewan. In 2019, Darian was featured in the documentary film 10 Days of Cree by Wabi Zari, a French education student at the University of Regina. In this documentary, Darian spoke about the Plains Cree language and the diversity of Indigenous languages on this land, engaging in a multilingual poetry performance with the filmmaker. He attended intercultural dance workshops that took place in French education courses in order to translate a hoop dance unit that showcases teachings by Terrence Littleton in Nehiawewin. Darian's hard work throughout his undergrad degree earned the recognition of academics, community leaders, and knowledge keepers, including making the Dean's List more than once and the title of valedictorian for his 2022 graduating class at the First Nations University of Regina. He has participated as a speaker and attendee at the Indigenous Literary Studies Gathering in June of 2022 and spoke to an audience of 16,000 at Mosaic Stadium in Regina for the Miyo Wichiwetowen Day, recognizing truth and inspiring action. Through his commitment and dedication to learning, teaching, and sharing his knowledge of the language and culture, Darian Ajigate is an inspiration to community members, youth, elders, and students. Through his active involvement in a myriad of ways, Darian raises awareness of systemic injustice and racism while offering hope for Indigenous communities and for all people in Saskatchewan to live respectfully together.